Show, here to entertain and inform. She's Meek Brown.
Welcome back to the Meek Brown Show. On today's segment, we will be discussing once again entrepreneurship and women empowerment. We have a panel of ladies who have conquered many obstacles. They are very informative and they are giving it to you raw. It's the raw deal today, okay? So you want to embrace the information that we will be presenting to you. And we have on the panel today Joy McLaughlin Harris, Janet Parker, and Tamika Isaac Devine. And I'm sure you know these ladies. They are very busy in our community. So sit back, enjoy the show, and we hope you give us your feedback.
Good, Joy. I would say some for me being an entrepreneur are the financial obstacles that I've had to go through. So I think for me, I had to really educate myself on numbers. You know, one thing I teach now is running your personal finances like a highly successful business. So when you start there with the personal, and that's anything in life, you know, starting from that personal place, working on yourself personally, financially, then that can help you overcome a lot when you get out there because you're better prepared. So I've had a lot of financial obstacles, as well as a lot of people saying, well, you know, such and such didn't do it this way. Because I'm in the industry of beauty, being in the beauty industry and just being an entrepreneur in coaching and all of the different things I do. A lot of times people say, well, such and such didn't do it this way. And I say, well, maybe you should go back and work with such and such. I might not.
We're going to do it this way.
I'm going to do it this way. Exactly. And just to, I tell people, dare to be different. Be who God
dare to
created
be
you
different.
To be. And, you know, just stand strong in whatever it is that you're doing. Even though someone may say, like you said, a lot of no's. Yeah, I got a lot of no's.
Yes.
I mean, that's a show by itself.
And we're going to continue to get those too.
And still get those.
Right.
Strong
shall survive. Yes.
Right.
And Tamika?
Oh gosh, I echo everything that these ladies said.
Just lay it out there.
Yeah, I mean, what I would say is that first of all, like you said, this is TV, and then of course nowadays in the world of social media, you know, people have to realize that, you know, what you might see from somebody, that's just what you see. That doesn't mean that doesn't mean you know what's going on in their household, in their business, or whatever. And so I think that knowing that everybody has their own, you know, own flavor to whatever they're doing is one thing. But also, I laugh because my biggest confidant is my husband, and I get a lot of advice. Sometimes I don't take it, but I get a lot of advice from him. And one of the things that he always says, and I did a live stream on this on Facebook one time about, is that, you know, everybody that's in your circle is not necessarily, you're not your friend, and they don't have your back.
I'm learning that the hard way.
And I think when you have your own show, or you're an author, or you're on TV, or, you know, you're a councilwoman, you know, people want to gravitate towards you because of who they think you are.
And could care less how you got there, what it takes to stay there.
Exactly.
You. They're just trying to grab.
They don't know we cry at night.
Right. But then when you go through something, people don't expect you to go through it. And then when you need them, they may not necessarily be there. And so, you know, I think that's probably some of the things that especially women entrepreneurs get, because we like to hang with people and we think, oh, this is my girl, or whatever. And then when you really need something, that girl is not there.
I think I was better off.
Yeah. So I think that's hard. That's hard. Exactly.
Amen.
And even speaking for myself, I was not, you know, born with a silver spoon in my mouth. But I was raised to be confident. So if you saw me walk down the street, you wouldn't know that, well, maybe I had that dress on yesterday, but you don't know because I still make it look good. You have no idea. But at the same time, although financially, you know, we've had our obstacles, but the love that I had, you know, in my family, that endured a lot. So my mom was like, well, look, you may not have this, but girl, you act like you got it until you get it, you know. And so, and then I don't know how she actually was able to get it for me, because, you know, being kids, we didn't know the essence of that until as we get older. So I said, well, wow, you know, I didn't have it pretty bad after all. You know, I had it pretty good. But when you have that upbringing like that, then whenever we have an obstacle, we know how to get back up and fight. Now, does that mean I don't cry at night or like, Lord, come on now, what, you know, where's my breakthrough? But we have to endure the pain like anything else. And I think a lot of women out there right now, I don't care if they, you know, they have kids and maybe they're not where they want to be, or, you know, kids without being married, whatever the case may be, you can endure it. I don't care what it is. I don't care what it is. Joy, as far as your book, like I said, is doing very well. And we know how and when you guys came up with this collaboration, but why do you feel the need to do such a book as this? How can that help our viewers, our women, especially our women that's viewing with us right now?
Well, for me, I'm a big foundational person. I believe I'm building on a firm foundation because of things I've lost, like business. I've lost my mind several times, but just different things that I've lost and went through. The goal in writing this book was to create a platform and a resource for entrepreneurs to build on a firm foundation. Give them what they need, the tools that they need. What is an LOC? What does that mean? Do a SWOT analysis, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats. What is that? Doing those things, this is what the workbook do. It helps you to work through those things as an entrepreneur. So if you're a new entrepreneur, you don't know where to start, where to begin, this workbook gets you started. It gives you what you need, and it's going to help you build on a firm foundation from day one. So
that's very good.
That's why I wrote
back
this
to the
book.
basics.
Yeah, back to the basics. And even as entrepreneurs that are seasoned, I still encourage getting this workbook to make sure you built your business on a firm foundation. Because a lot of people are like, oh, I don't need that book. She's talking about new entrepreneur. No.
Right.
Even if you're seasoned, get this book because it will let you know if you've built on a firm foundation or if you need to, make a shift.
Right.
Go back and put a brick right here.
Or even just kind of regroup. I mean, I've been in business for 16 years now, and I will tell you that it helps to periodically go back to the beginning and realize, where you are, because you might have to change where you are. You might have to just go back to redoing stuff over.
Reinvent yourself.
Or, like sometimes you get comfortable, and so you get lax at where the foundation that you built on. It might have been firm at the beginning, but once you get lax on it, you got to go back.
And when you change as a person, things should shift. Things should change.
Yes.
It should look better. You shouldn't look like yesterday. I started with this little ugly picture logo. It's here later. I should not do that. Because you're better.
That's good.
That's why I wrote the book, Meek.
That's good. And now, can people still order this book from you? Can you tell them how?
You can go to touchofjoy.org, and if you go to any Touch of Joy page, or I'll give them the business Facebook page, the link is there, and they can get it from there as well.
Okay, good. Now, Janet, I know a while back you were working on the Janet's Journey. Are you still doing that? And I want people to know, why did you do that? Were you doing that for yourself, your own self-esteem? Let everyone know why you thought you needed to do that.
So for Janet's Journey, and I actually just posted something about this yesterday on Facebook. I didn't gain weight overnight, not going to lose weight overnight. Correct. And, Janet's Journey started off as a weight loss, but now in my life, I feel like it's just a journey of my life in general, just evolving into a better woman, a better person, really loving myself, because even though I was a lot heavier than I am now, I was not happy, and now, I've lost a little weight, but I'm really happy with
yourself.
Correct. I think everybody needs to take a journey at some point in their life for whatever it might be. And like mine has done, evolved over time, yours will too. So my journey is just for self-betterment.
That's good.
It started off as weight loss, but it's just self-betterment.
Those ladies, even some of my friends who go through depression or they're just not liking where they are in life because of kids, husband issues, whatever the case may be, exactly what you just said. We have to step back and kind of sometimes be our own encouraging person, because you may not have that at home, and you just got to get off the couch and do something.
You just got to do it.
We have to do something. They may not have the talents to write a book. They may not have the talent of being an anchor. They may not have the talent of being a councilwoman, but they have a talent.
Oh, yeah.
We just got to pull it out of them. So hopefully this type of show, they're home saying, wow, I didn't know that about them. Or, that's encouraging within itself. Tamika, still being our wonderful councilwoman, I know you deal with challenges. Now, and I'm not talking about the home front, but just being a councilwoman, what challenges do you face?
Well, certainly being a female in any profession, but in politics, it's difficult. I mean, I tell people all the time that I can have, I can be doing something, twice as much as some of my male counterparts, and I love all the men that I serve with, but, there is a difference. Right now, I'm campaigning, and, I can have someone who'll send me a $200 check, and they might send one of the males that are running a $500 check. There's a difference. So there is that sexism that is overt out there. and maybe not always intentional, but it's out there. And then also just people always expecting so much. I mean, I'm councilwoman, but I am a person as well. And to know that, I'm out there, my passion is representing the city and doing what I believe is right for the people that I serve. But I'm not perfect. I'm not, Wonder Woman, although sometimes I try and go out with my S on my shirt. Yeah. And so, I need a break. I need time off. I need, spend time in my business and make money, And so it's just interesting that when you're in a public when you're a public official, people think you are theirs. Yeah, they're
you're You're not supposed to have time off.
And you're not supposed to make money. I'm not supposed to make money in my business. This is supposed to be what I do. And so those are some of the obstacles and stuff. But even with the obstacles, I love it, and I always tell people that if you love what you do and you're passionate about it, that's all that matters, and everything else will work itself out.
That's good. That's good. You mentioned about being an anchor woman, and you don't fit in that norm. But you've done so well at what you do. I mean, extremely. How did you overcome some of those obstacles, though? What did you do to set yourself apart from someone who's still trying to get to where you are?
I think staying true to myself, honestly, just staying true to Janet and remembering why I started. Because a lot of people get in this business and, it's about the glam and, meeting people and all of these things. But for me, it's really just about helping people and informing people and making someone else's day better in some way. If that's through information or however I do it every day, but it's just making lives for other people better. Right. That's why I started being in journalism. That's why I became an anchor. So I think people have to stay true to yourself. Remember why you started whatever you're starting, whatever you're doing in your life.
That's good. That's good. Tamika, as far as this being your second time on the Meek Brown Show, how else do you think I can make the Meek Brown Show better? Your perspective as far as the type of this is pressure because we want to really give it to them. You see the type of show I'm trying to have. I want people on here with businesses, and so the community wouldn't normally get that information from being on the news. The news haven't had you to say, "Hey, Joy, we want that book. It's coming out." That may happen tomorrow, Joy.
Right? Yeah, absolutely.
What else do you find about the Meek Brown Show that can help, everyday households, women, whoever? What do you think?
Well, let me start with what I say that I think that you're doing great and that I think is unique is that you are bringing it to people real. Again, in this day and age, we've got 24-hour news cycles, but we've got reality TV and social media, and there's so much that people are getting that's not real. And so, people need to see stuff that's real so that they don't feel bad about themselves. I'm not a basketball wife. I'm not a real housewife of Atlanta, and I'm not going to have that kind of life. Yeah, and that's right.
That's good.
And so I love the fact that you bring real things and real topics and real issues. And so I say I love the show, but since you asked, if you want me to say one thing I would say is just kind of keep this. I mean, keep bringing real people and bringing real issues, and not all the fluff issues, but the issues that are real to people. I might be a wife and a mom and a lawyer and an entrepreneur, but I have financial struggles here and there. And I don't mind telling somebody, but I think people need to see realness so that they can understand that, that the things that are going on in their lives, they're not alone.
I mean, because I can just go back there and get my purse and just show y'all my purse.
But that's the thing, people see, and you mentioned this earlier, on Facebook and social media, they see one thing, and I tell people that's people's highlight reel.
Correct.
You have no idea. I could post a selfie and look beautiful and happy.
Correct.
And I'm torn up at home, right? So you can't, compare your life to other people. You have to live your best life for you. That's all you can.
And don't allow Facebook to validate who you
are.
And compare yourself to the other people that's trying to act like
how many women are doing that?
Oh my God, so many. So many. Somebody told me my marriage wasn't real because I hadn't changed my last name yet on social media.
Stop it.
You know what, y'all? It took everything in me. But I said, you know what? I'm gonna pause.
This is not reality now. Let's keep it. That's enough.
Did you say No. And then they tell me, well, where did it come from? And, you know, your husband's not real, and your baby, where did she come from? Because you didn't give us the process.
My gosh.
No, because you didn't share it all.
I didn't see it all unfold what happened.
Front row seat in my life. So
Correct.
people stop
That's
allowing
good.
Facebook
That's good.
to validate who you
That's
are
good.
and compare yourself to.
Absolutely.
That's very good.
You gotta stop doing that.
Yeah.
Now that's a different. That's another show.
Yeah.
That is.
It will mess
Right,
you up.
that one right there. Okay, you can bring me back.
That is empowering, and that tells people. It doesn't say. I mean, I know some people who they love to share, and I'm not criticizing people to share. I mean, my husband says I share too much, so you know. So I share as well, but I also try and balance that. I make sure that people recognize that I'm not sharing a perfect life. I don't have a perfect life, but I think that that's empowering. What Joy just said is that people need to recognize because someone doesn't share doesn't mean things aren't happening. Things aren't their life aren't good.
Absolutely. Just like now the post you shared yesterday with your daughter. With the dare and all that. That's real. You're out there with your daughter in the community. That is real.
And I was sweating and my hair was all over the place. And that's me.
You're not going to see us in a dress. And I promise you, when I leave from here, I'm going to put on my tennis shoes and maybe a tank top and tennis shoes. And I'm mommy with my son, and let's go outside.
That's real. That's real.
That's real.
And when I post my cute outfits, I
know,
like them.
And when I get like a cute, little spandex tights and blue tennis shoes and all that.
You look cute. You should like it. But at the end of the day, a lot of times it's not. Don't validate yourself from that. A lot of people putting a lifestyle out there that they're really not living.
That's true.
Or some of the things that we're dealing with you don't see.
That's right.
So when I put that cute outfit on, I want y'all to click the like.
Right. And when I just walked in, what did you say? Did you just put your makeup on in the car? Yes, we do. We have to do it. When you saw me earlier at the event,
and you look good either way.
Well, yeah, but the lipstick enhanced a little bit. But then when I leave from here, the makeup goes off. I want to go have fun with my son. Go home. I want to just chill out at that point, and you want to feel like you are somebody in your own skin. Not because we're up here on the couch, having a counseling session. But we want to go home like, hey, okay, this is Meek now. This is Joy. This is Janet. This is Tamika. So this is really good. We're going to have part 3, y'all. Probably part 4 and 5. Yeah, this is good. This is really good. Now, as far as, once again, let's go back to business. What advice would you give to a young woman who's watching this show right now saying, gosh, either how can I be like that young lady, one of those young ladies on the couch? Oh, wow, they told me what they do career-wise. What steps can I take? I'm sure there are many steps to become a councilwoman. But I'm sure someone watching right now, they're admiring you. Well, hopefully me too. But
of course,
what advice can each of you give to tell them, because it was not easy, these are things that you can do, though?
Okay, well, my favorite quote. Everybody in the world gonna know me for running your personal finances like a highly successful business. Even if you don't want to be an entrepreneur, you need to know what's your financial number. Your inflows minus your outflows equals your financial number. Is it negative or is it positive? If it is negative, do not go running out here trying to open a business and out here shopping, and you don't need to be shopping and doing all this stuff. Focus there. Get ways to make your money grow. And
we've all been in trouble in this area.
Right.
Just like you said, and now you're fasting from buying anything.
Right. You're supposed to tell everybody my secret just in case.
They need to hire her as a coach for her to give them that information.
So with that being said, this is another thing that I'll give for womenpreneurs or just women, period. Get an accountability partner. Somebody, put them in your business. Let them pray for you, encourage you, be real with them. Like you say, be raw, be transparent.
Well, we started at the hair salon.
All of that. All of that stuff. Get an accountability partner to pray with you, encourage you, and hold you accountable for those dreams, goals, and aspirations.
Absolutely.
That's what I would give.
Janet?
Well, for me, in broadcast, obviously, internships are very important in this business, and relationships are very important. Just reaching out to people, you have no idea who might respond back. I mean, I've emailed several women in the business and have been very surprised by some of the responses that I've received. And be open to constructive criticism.
Yes.
Not just criticism, but constructive criticism that's going to make you better. I had to learn that early on in this industry, and so my complete image has changed a lot since I started. But be open to constructive criticism and make yourself better.
Very good, because sometimes we can take constructive criticism totally left field.
It's not personal.
Right.
It's not personal. It's only to make you better.
Right, Tamika?
I guess I'd say two things as far as politics is. There aren't many women in politics, but there are a lot of great ones out there. And I'd say, just reach out. Call me, call Joyce, anybody that you know that you might want to shadow, volunteer with, see what they really do, because you might not really like it either. So get out there and reach out to them and see if you can find a mentor, someone to help you get into and learn about the political landscape. But then in addition, what I would say is, councilwoman, that's my passion. I love representing. That is a part-time, $13,000 a year job, so I don't make my living off that. I do have a law firm, and then I do have my coaching, consulting, and public speaking business. And so usually when I tell people all that, oh my gosh, you have all that stuff going on, and it's kind of to go back to something Joy said, is having your finances together, but you need to have multiple streams of income.
Absolutely.
And so you need to understand where your talents are and figure out how you build a business around that. And that might not limit you to being in one field or another. And it doesn't mean you have to stay in one lane. You can do multiple streams. You got to know how to balance it and do it well, but you got to think about what you're passionate about and think about how you grow and grow your businesses, and that might mean having multiple.
Yes, that's good. And I always have that saying, well, sometimes you do have to reinvent yourself, which I think all of us have done at some point in time, and I'm sure that next year we'll come up with something else. But that keeps it exciting, that keeps what you're doing fresh, and that keeps the community want to always know, I wonder what Tamika is doing there. I wonder what Janet is working on, or Joy. Right. And I feel that if we're presenting ourselves in a positive way, positive now, we want our young ladies to look at us in a positive way, because there's so much out here that's so negative. But we need to show positiveness, and I think all of us are doing that. Right. I think all of us are doing that. So, Tamika, once again, how can they get in touch with you? Janet, Joy, let them have it. If they, looking for mentoringship, anything of that sort, how can they get in touch with you?
Well, people can always get me on social media. I'm at Tamika Isaac Divine on Facebook and at T.I. Divine on Twitter. Also, you can go to my website, the Possibilities Institute, which is www.possibilitiesinstitute.com, and there you can actually find out about my public speaking, coaching, consulting. I have a blog on there, and then I also do a Facebook Live every Sunday evening at 7:30.
You do, and they're so good.
Yes, they are.
You don't want to miss it.
They're really good. Janet Parker on all social media, Janet Parker 86 on Instagram and Twitter, and for emceeing and speaking, public speaking, events, if you'd like to book me, it's janetparkermedia@gmail.com.
Okay, and Joy?
And it's touchofjoy.org. You can get all my information. You can book me there, and I'll give you my 1-800 number, which is 1-800-570-3544.
Now, why you got to come on and talk about a 1-800?
Because I'm learning that some people still kind of struggling a little bit, so I want them to get the help they need. Me, okay, I'm gonna go get me a 1-800 number.
So get calling.
Okay. Well, we really enjoyed the viewers watching the Meek Brown Show today. We hope that this segment has been enlightening. We hope you've embraced the information that you received. And if you would like to get in touch with any one of these ladies, you are knocking at a good door. I can tell you that I am learning learning their background. I'm getting to know some of them on a more personal level. And I know that even with the ladies that are on the panel today, I'm safe. I'm safe with them. I can honestly say that. So once again, thank you for joining the Meek Brown Show. And if you would like to be featured on the Meek Brown Show, you may email us at meekbrown@themeekbrownshow.info. Again, that's meekbrown@themeekbrownshow.info. And the phone number is area code 404-667-5073. Same time, same place. Until we meet again, have a sweet Meek week. Okay, now wait a minute. We got to say the same time, guys. It's sweet Meek week. Okay. Same time, same place. Have a sweet Meek week.